There are some clear-cut signs that you will heal what it is you're currently going through. And friends, today I want to share those signs with you so that you can see them happening within you right now. Let's dive in. My peaceful warriors, welcome to another important video on my channel. Today we're diving deep into how I know, not think, but how I know you're going to heal what it is you're currently going through. Before I dive deep into this topic, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell for all the notifications for my videos, and click here if you want to learn more about any of my anxiety recovery programs. You know, when you're dealing with a dysregulated nervous system, chronic fatigue, anxiety disorder, these sorts of things, it can be very easy to fall into the trap that your lower self or your protector sets for you. And when I mean that trap, I'm talking about only focusing on what's wrong and what could go wrong. For example, you wake up in the morning and you immediately start to hone in on particular symptoms you're experiencing in your body. And it's not only about honing in on those symptoms and being with them. Unfortunately, when it comes to anxiety, you are honing in on those symptoms at the same time catastrophizing around them. So today what I want to do is I want to share why I know you're going to heal from this, because there are also so many signs that I see from your comments and your interactions with me that I want you to pay attention to. Number one is because you're no longer allowing the protector within you to be the main authority, right? I see this going on in your life right now. You're starting to notice the lower self or the protector as a separate entity than who you really are. You see, for a very long time, you thought that the guidance from the protector was what you needed to follow. Meaning, if the protector or lower self said, oh, you know, this symptom could mean some kind of illness, or you need to prepare for something in the future, or, you know, your past was so full of blame and grief and emotional exhaustion that, hey, you're never going to recover. These are traps that the protector or the lower self sets for you. And what's happening in your life right now is you are no longer allowing the protector within you to be the main authority. What's happening right now in your life is you're starting to see that side of you from the outside, from a perspective that says, oh, that thing is happening, right? And once you get into this point, you start moving into what I call walking the middle way, right? And when you walk the middle way, you realize that there are so many different parts to you. And this overprotective part has been taking over your life for so long and keeping you in what feels like an ego-centered prison, right? And so I'm so proud of you right now because you are no longer falling for the traps. You are no longer falling for what the protector or lower self thinks is best for you, that overprotection. Second reason why I know you're going to heal this is because you're realizing that much of your exhaustion is actually just ego energy depletion, right? And many of us fall into the trap of thinking, oh, I'm tired, I'm fatigued, there are things going wrong, this is a bad thing. But often when you decide to change your life and change your inner world and start to really feel like, you know, I want to live differently. I don't want to live in this place of anxiety all the time and anxiousness. I want to be free. I want to feel a sense of peace and do things that, you know, are enjoyable for me. When you make that decision, right, you will encounter a lot of fatigue and exhaustion because the energy that used to come from overstimulation and ego is starting to become depleted. And what happens is this normalized, balanced energy starts to take its place. So it's not the same energy of, oh, you know, excitement and all these sorts of things, which we're going to talk about in step 3 or reason number 3. It's not that kind of energy anymore. It's more of a lighter, a softer energy. And with that lighter and softer energy, you're going to find that you are more rational in your thinking and less emotionally led when you're going about your day. What starts to happen is this ego depletion, or this energy depletion in relation to the ego, sets the tone for you to interact with the world differently, right? Because before it always felt like a performance. I'm performing for other people. I need to show up for other people. I need to be accepted by other people, right? And everybody's always better than me. I'm never good enough. Your self-worth was low. So you always felt like you need to push, push, push. So this is a good thing. And I want you to start realizing this so that you don't put so much pressure on yourself when in fact you do come in contact with that level of fatigue and exhaustion. It's a good thing in your life right now. And reason number 3, why I know you're going to heal this, is because you are realizing that you can live a joyful life without stimulation, right? This is huge because you're now separating yourself from the modern world. There's a lot of people in this world going one way, but there's also a lot of people in this world going the other way, right? And if you feel like you are brought back to old, ancient ways of living, for example, through different dietary desires. You know, you want food that comes straight from the farm. You are more attracted to sitting in the sun rather than being on your phone at home. You know, you're no longer feeling a need to engage in stimulating conversations with people where everything is so excitable, but you're now allowing yourself to be silent in those conversations and be real with other people, right? Even share some of the things that you've been going through, not in a frantic and catastrophic way, but in a peaceful, open way with them, right? So you are realizing that you can live a joyful life without stimulation, right? Without the coffee, without the social media, without the politics. And this is a telltale sign that you are healing from within rather than from without or from the outside in. Because the trap that the protector or lower self sets for you as well is the kind of trap that says the answer is always on the outside. It's in the next book. It's in the next podcast. It's in the next this or that. But you are now realizing that you always keep coming back to the same principles, the same lessons during this anxiety healing journey. So I want you to hone in on those exact lessons and walk the middle way. And could that be the title for my next book? Yes, very, very exciting, my friends. But again, these are important signs that I'm realizing in you that I believe is leading to your healing, your recovery. But I want you to comment below on the biggest signs of healing that you have seen in yourself recently. Let's make the comment section something very optimistic, positive, and moving forward, not looking back, but let's move forward in the direction that we deserve to go. Remember, my friends, you are more than anxiety, and I'll see you in the next video. I love you so very much. Click here to learn more about my recovery programs today. Bye-bye.